What up, everybody? It's your girl, Rhoyal.
It's the Rhoyal Show.
And this is the second video of me talking through Start With Yourself, A New Vision for Work and Life by Emma Grede. And I just want to talk a little bit about why I chose this book in the first place. So before I even got to chapter 1, I'm already being impacted in such a big way. Like, I read the first sentence and I was just like, okay, I see where we're headed here. Okay, so it first says, it was a concrete dump, but for me it was free. As I walked to the station every day to take a train into town, you would have never thought I was living in a flat with no stove or fridge. Then she goes on to say, I've always known how to put myself together, even when everything else in my life is a mess. How many of us? Okay, a lot of us are really good at putting on masks. And I feel like that's a great place to start in the book because it's like, you may see somebody at their peak or looking great or being in the best marriage or being in the best career, the best job, but you don't know what they're going through internally or even outside of where they're at the peak, and or what they're going through at home or what have you, and what it took for them to get to the place where they are. So I just feel like it's really important for us to understand that, especially about somebody like Emma Grede, who seemingly has it all together. She seemingly has just like this amazing family, this beautiful marriage, this great job, this great career, this great business mind, and she's such a mogul in that sense. And she's letting us know that like it wasn't always this way, and you can look good and not feel good at the same time. So I think that's really cool and quite important. But I think this book is just helping us to understand that, it takes such a journey. And a lot of the time, sometimes when I'm at work and I hate the day of work or whatever's going on at work, I literally get in my car after and I'm like, today feels like the journey, not the destination. Like today, the journey is not looking like the destination. And that's such a real feeling that I feel like a lot of us can relate to. So yeah, that's just like where I started with it. But I'm going to also go through to another quote that I thought was very important to the journey. It says, let me start with the first. Okay, it says, Nobody would have predicted that I'd be able to therapize so much of my anger and have access to so much happiness. The part about that quote that really stood out to me was having access to happiness, meaning that you have the ability, and I circled the word happiness and I said a choice to take hold of. So you have a choice, right, to be happy. I feel like happiness is such a feeling that like it comes and goes, but if you choose happiness, you choose joy. I feel like that for me, that comes from God and Holy Spirit being a comforter to me. And I'm just like, yeah, like you can therapize your anger, meaning that you can go to therapy, talk through some things to not get over, but to learn how to cope with some of those emotions. And you have access that way once you do that to happiness. And I feel like that's really important to realize that some of us think that therapy is just for people with huge, big problems. When really it's for the masses. Everybody should do it. It's like maintenance. They say like on your car, you go get oil changes, right? Or you get your nails done or you get your hair done. You maintain every part of your body. You go to the doctor, you check up, you check in. And checkups and check-ins are needed on your mental health as well. So I think that's very important that she's tackling mental health as part of the journey. And this is like the very beginning, the introduction. She's getting at a lot of emotion in this chapter that I think is really important for us to really tap into first. Like if you're not even right in your mind or right in your spirit, right in your heart, then I don't know how well you're going to get or be able to get to the goals that you want to reach or that destination piece. So this book so far is just about that emotional part, the feelings part of the journey. And I think it even starts with talking about different emotions like fear and anger. So I feel like if you've never gone to a therapist, maybe tackle that. Try to maybe go one time to see. I've been to therapy before and it's been such a big help just to talk through the things that you're thinking in your head. Because one, you want objective eyes on that so that it's just a broad view of your life. And that person who doesn't know you at all can see like on paper what you're going through and make a suggestion on how to get or cope through some of those things. Okay. So let's see. I think I can give you one more quote that really stood out to me. It says, okay, this is who the book is for. And I appreciate a thesis statement always. As an English teacher, a former English teacher, I always appreciate, just tell me what this is about so that I can, when I'm reading, I have anticipation for what I'm about to read and what I want to get out of it. So she says, this book is for anyone who is tired of feeling like a passenger in their own life and wants something different for their future. Let's just break that down for the last part of this video. This book is for anyone who is tired of feeling like a passenger. If you're tired of feeling like a passenger, double tap, comment, like, I don't know. But I think a lot of us are passengers to our lives. I'm always talking about with my siblings, my family, and my friends. It's all about decisions, guys. Like, a lot of us make decisions for our lives that we didn't plan on or we didn't know. And it's just kind of like, if you're a passenger to that, yeah, it happened to you, but you also allowed it. You got in the car, so to speak. And I remember dealing with like bad relationships in the past, right? Before I met my husband, in the dating scene. And apparently the dating pool is still trash, so I'm so sorry out there, but they're good men, trust. But anyways, I used to say like, these men are doing this to me, or they're doing this to me, they're doing this to me. And a mentor of mine was like, okay, yeah, he let me talk through it. And he was like, you're actually allowing it too. Like, you didn't have to respond to the text. You don't have to hang out with this person. You're not obligated to do anything with this person, to talk to this person, to respond to this person. Like, you're allowing it. So some of us need to kind of take a reality check, including myself, and say like, okay, like, if I'm tired of feeling like a passenger in my own life, maybe I need to ask the person to move out the driver's seat, or just move them out the driver's seat and hop in that joint and start driving your own life in your own car, your car of your life, whatever that. But yeah, like, I think God is the driver if you're a believer, and you don't need to be a passenger to abusers or to your boss or to your family. You just don't want to be a passenger to people who are trying to drive you in the direction that they want you to go. You have a direction that you have for your life. God has a plan for you. And so I need all of us to tap into what that plan is, get in alignment. I'm talking to myself as well. And then figure out what the path may be by just trying things out, going out and seeing what to do, how to talk to God about what the plan is. Like, how are we going to do this? So yeah, anyone feeling tired of being a passenger in your own life, it's your life. Go live it for you. You're the one. You're the main character of the story. And someone who wants something different for their future. A lot of us, when I was a teacher, I used to have students that had something that they wanted to do with their life. I taught high school for 5 years. And a lot of those years I taught seniors in high school. So a lot of those kids, their parents put before them what they want them to do. And it's not always what they desire to do. So I've heard them, say, I want to be a singer, or I had this one student, quick story for you. I had a student who, on some costume day, he walked into my classroom with a fully made 3D printed Iron Man type suit. And he came into my classroom with that on, sat down the entire time. It looked like he was Iron Man in my room. Like, he was just sitting in my room and it was Iron Man in my room. I pulled that student aside at the end of class and I was like, hey, are you going to college? And he was just like, I might. I don't really know. I don't really feel like it, just because I'm already, and like, I might take some class. I wanted to tell that child, wasn't my position. I wanted to say, I don't think you need to. I think you need to maybe take some classes, some art classes or something, or find an art institute specifically or something, because you already have it, right? And if he would allow, and I think his parents were supportive of that dream as well. So if he would allow himself to be the driver of his life and to go for that, but everyone else in his class is going to college and going to a 4-year and trying to be a doctor or a lawyer, if he would look at those kids' lives and be like, I think I have to follow that because everyone else is doing it. Absolutely not. Go for the thing that you are passionate about, because no one else has to live the life that you're living. No one else is in your skin. Okay. No one else has to wake up where you have to wake up. No one else has to walk through life how you have to walk through life. No one else has to sit there and have these mental breakdowns over things. No one else crashes out over the same things you do. Nobody lives the life that you do. And I'm telling myself this. And so let's stop being passengers and let's get in that driver's seat with the Lord Jesus Christ and make it happen. You can do this. You're worth whatever you think you're worth. If it's high value, you're high value. You have something to offer the world. So what I want you to do, and what Emma Grede, is asking you to do in this book, is to start with yourself. Look inward. And I think this next chapter, is saying part 1 is about vision. What do you see for your life? And the quote under vision says, you can't be what you can't see. Period. So I want you to just, my action item for you guys today is to read, keep reading, make sure that you're keeping up with us. If you want me to make a reading schedule for you, comment that in the comments so I can get into doing that for you guys. And I'll give you the reading schedule basically of what I'll be doing for myself and how I'm going to pace myself with this book. But I'm excited where we're going to go. I'm excited to hear the stories of my fellow readers. And yeah, RHO Reads community, we are going to grow together, show out together, and support each other in the many endeavors that we're trying to achieve. I love you guys so much. RHO Reads out. Love you guys. Bye.